In this video, I'll show you how to prevent sticker shock in your home cleaning business without lowering your prices using 3 psychological steps that reframe how your clients see each quote. These come straight out of Alex Hormozi's principles and how he grew his businesses to a multi-$100 million portfolio, and we're going to use them to help you grow your home cleaning business. So last year when I was trying to run my sober living business, I ran into an issue. And the problem was I was serving people that couldn't pay for the product that I was trying to give them. Alex Hormozi has 4 things that really make a market worth going after. You have to be able to reach them, they have to be in pain, they have to be able to pay, and it has to be a growing market. Sober living, unfortunately, is a growing market. There's a lot of pain, but it was hard to reach them because I had to go through inpatient rehabs, and they couldn't pay because they were coming out of rehab from whatever drug or alcohol from whatever drug they were on, or whatever kind of addiction that they had, and I was expecting them to be able to pay a little bit of rent so I could help them get on their feet, and a lot of them couldn't even do that, and I wasn't equipped to help them. So you run into this issue of not having the right person, and one of the first things you do to prevent sticker shock: 1, target properly. So a lot of people will spend some time, you go after some deep clean clients that are a one-off, some moving clients that are a one-off, but you don't really focus your marketing efforts in those high net worth zip codes in your city that will allow people to look at your prices and not balk. Because honestly, those people just have different priorities. And when you're selling to people, the first thing that matters is their priorities. So when you're targeting for people who just want to move real quick and they have a bunch of expenses with hiring movers and stress and taking off work, they're already hemorrhaging money for the movers, for the stress, for taking off work. They want to get that move out clean as cheap as possible. They're just trying to make sure they can get as much of their deposit back as they can, and honestly, it's harmful. And then if you have a property management company that's doing it at scale, they probably want to negotiate some pricing discount to really make sure that you are getting to the point where you have consistent business, but they're getting a good price. So by targeting consumers looking to move out or property management companies looking to do it at scale, you might not be able to negotiate your pricing, and so when you give them a high price, you might have that sticker shock. So if you want to prevent sticker shock, the first thing you have to do is target properly, and you target properly by knowing what are the pain points of my customer, what's the dream outcome. If somebody wants some consistently clean home so that they can host people and they're an upper middle class family, they're much more willing to pay $350, $450, $550, $650, $750 per clean per month for that service, because they might want a deep clean. They might want preference over some of your other clients, and you can upcharge for that. So when you target properly, you can prevent sticker shock because you're dealing with somebody who has more resources at their disposal to deal with the pain point they have and get to that dream outcome, which is a really clean home with somebody they trust with good service. So that's the first thing to prevent sticker shock in your home cleaning business. You want to target properly. The second thing you want to do is anchor pricing to position your offer. So we're going to put here, anchor pricing. And so you should always have an option that is like super high. So say your first clean is $275 per clean. All right, let's go $250 per clean for easy math. So you're charging $500 per month for regular 2-3 hour cleans, right? You want to go to them and be like, oh, some of our luxury clients are paying $750 a clean, and we deep clean their whole house and get really detailed with 4 or 5 specific things that they like to see sparkle. So you've personalized it. It's more of a white glove service. Some of our luxury clients pay $750 a clean, $1,500 a month, but our normal package is $250 per clean, and we do these things for people who are at this price point. And when you have packaging like that, it allows you to be like, oh, so some people are going high and mighty. It gets their ego involved. It gets their what's the best option for me involved, and just really makes the $250 per clean sound very simple when others are charging $750 per clean, $800 per clean, and you're going real deep, real personal, and adding those personal touches that make it a white glove cleaning service for that client. So you always want to anchor pricing by having a very high price point. Back to sober living, there are some luxury sober living homes that charge $10,000 per month per bed. They'll have 4 beds in the house, and they'll have very white glove service in that they have staff living in the house helping each person through their programming. I, on the other hand, was at $700 a month, $800 a month, and did not have a luxury option. So I couldn't go to people and be like, hey, eventually we want to get you to this $10,000 a month price point because that really helps you reintegrate back into society. But right now we'll start you at the $700 or $800 price point. They're like, oh, $700 or $800 is a steal, and they have better programs for me once I'm ready. Similarly, when you have a good packaged product that is at a high price point, you can progress people to that as they grow into it as customers, but you can also let them know that, hey, you're getting a steal for my services because some people will pay this for them. And so you can prevent sticker shock by raising prices, having something priced very high, introducing that first, and then showing them what the service they might be introduced to when they're first starting their relationship with you will be priced at. So we've gone over targeting properly because these people have different pain points, different desires, and more resources at their disposal to solve those issues. We've gone over anchor pricing, have a very white glove luxury service that is priced really high. Talk about how clients purchase that first, and then tell them where they're going to be with your basic normal services. And then you can even have a cheaper option. You get 3 packages. Always introduce the higher one first, and then go to the middle, and then go to the lower if you need to downsell from there. So with anchor pricing, you'll prevent sticker shock. With targeting properly, you'll prevent sticker shock. And the third thing kind of loops in to targeting properly. You want to highlight outcomes that solve pain points. So we're going to do outcomes and pain points. Whoop. All right, so this comes all down to knowing your customer and understanding that they don't want to pay you money, they don't want to help your business, they want an outcome. And that outcome for every customer is different. Some people may want to host people regularly and then have a clean house without the headache of cleaning. Some people might want to spend more time with their kids, and they're okay spending money to do that because they have a lot of discretionary income. Others might want to make sure they have a clean home because their relatives visit regularly and they have a judgmental parent and they want to make sure that parent is pleased. So there are many reasons why people want a clean home. It's your job to know that reason, know that pain point, and have an outcome that's tied to that. And you just have to personalize it in really small ways. Like if somebody's trying to impress their mother-in-law and you know that their mother-in-law likes a certain scent, always finish the home with that scent. Or if they really pay attention to the windows, you can do that as well. If they like hosting, maybe set up the table when you leave, or really help them with a fruit display or something like that when you're finishing up the clean. There are many small things you can add that are bonuses for their pain points that people will pay more for. You'll build more trust with them, and they'll refer people just like them who want to solve that pain point and get that outcome. And so the goal here is to highlight the outcome in all your marketing and sales. And so all of this, you may not be a home cleaning company that sells people over the phone. You may not have your cleaners sell them in person. You might just have a landing page. You might just get referrals. Either way, in conversations with customers where you are communicating from your business, this can be on a landing page. This can be in a Facebook ad, a Google ad, on the homepage of your website, which would just be a landing page, or in any social media posts you do. You should have all of this stuff in mind. Am I talking to the right person? Do they get introduced to luxury services first and understand that I can do really high ticket, but I can also do mid ticket? And do I know the outcomes they want and the pain points they're experiencing so I can speak to specific moments that they have that will move us forward? And so if you want to incorporate this in all your marketing, it's not necessarily just a sales conversation, because some home cleaning companies don't have that. So an example of highlighting the outcome from the pain point: clients don't care how long you take, they care what you get. So instead of saying, yeah, we'll do the 3-hour clean, $50 an hour, it'll be $150, and we're going to make sure your kitchen's clean and do your windows and your bathroom and your living room, right? Instead of saying all that, you're gonna be like, we leave your kitchen sparkling and your weekend stress-free. They want a clean kitchen and no stress. That's an outcome. Instead of what we're going to do, we're gonna clean this, and that, we're gonna leave you stress-free. And that speaks to a pain point because it's probably stressful to take care of your kids and clean the house. So now you're solving a pain point, and that's how you wanna do it with all of your marketing, all of your sales, all of your spots in the funnel where there's conversion. So I wanna give you guys a bonus section. These are the 3 steps that I talked about that I promised in the beginning. The 3, what exactly did I say? Psychological steps that reframe how clients see your quote. If you target them properly, you're gonna reframe it. If you anchor pricing, you're gonna reframe it. If you talk to their outcomes and pain points that they have, you're gonna reframe it. But the next thing I wanna talk about, a little bit of additional value, is picking the right outcome. So how do you do that? We wanna talk to so we're gonna branch out here a little bit. We're gonna talk to their dream outcome, we're gonna talk to status, and we're gonna talk to effort sacrifice. This is straight out of Hormozy, guys. So if you wanna ever know more about this stuff, you can just read his books like I did, and or you can talk to me and I'll help you apply this to your business. So, effort sacrifice and time delay. So obviously, these are where the pain points, it's like, hey, do I have to clean? Do I have to leave the house for you to clean? Is it gonna take a long time for you to get here? These are the questions they're answering that they want solved. Do I have to be nervous about my stuff being stolen? How do I know I can trust you? I'm letting you into my home. You're around my kids. Like, all of these questions are pain points you have to solve with all of your communication. And we want to talk about their dream outcome in terms of status and life improvement. So, status, maybe their spouse is really gonna love how the house smells, or their mother-in-law is gonna come over and they're gonna be like, wow, this house is really clean. Or their kids are gonna be more excited to play with them in the living room because the house is clean. Like, you wanna talk to how the people they care about are experiencing an improvement in their life. And then you also wanna talk to what they get back. They're probably getting back the stress of cleaning. They're probably getting back peace of mind, and a not cluttered house leads to more productivity. So if they work from home, that might be an angle. You just have to know your customer by asking questions, surveying them, and then talking to those dream outcomes and those pain points in your advertising. So that's how you pick the specific outcomes you're going after. It's really just asking those questions and testing different marketing angles with these things in mind: time delay, effort sacrifice, status, and dream outcome. And so I just want to say, like, if you guys are losing clients or if the funnel's not working, it's not necessarily because of price. Sometimes it can be because you're not targeting well, you're not positioning the product well with anchoring, or you're not speaking to outcomes and pain points specifically enough. You want to talk to specific moments that people are experiencing, and that's where persuasion can really come in. Sticker shock doesn't have to be an issue. It really happens when you haven't built the value in the interaction before the price was shared. So a lot of times you can just go into price and be like, hey, this is what I do, this is what the price is, what you got for me? It's like, no, people like an experience. They like to know what they're getting, and the more you can communicate and personalize it to them, the less they'll be shocked at the price because they'll be so in love with the outcome. And so a lot of this stuff, like targeting properly, anchoring your pricing, like this is probably a 5-minute change to like actually package your services this way. This is probably a 30-minute thing to target properly. I can send you a list of 28 questions you can answer about your ideal client. If you want, just shoot me an email or join the school community or fill out the Google form. Find a way to DM me on Instagram. I don't know, but I can get you that list of questions so you can target people properly. You can know your ICP. And then in terms of knowing their outcomes and pain points, that'll also be in that 30 to 60-minute activity with those questions. You also have to think about, what do they want? What do my current customers want and love? You can also send out a survey of the people you've worked with or people you know who get their home clean and figure out why they did it and what their pain points that were solved were. So all this shouldn't take you longer than 2 hours. And once you master it, I think you'll attract better clients. You'll have fewer objections and more booked jobs that follow through and hopefully become recurring revenue for you and your home cleaning business. And the best part is you'll be in charge of the pricing conversation. It won't be a nervous thing because it'll be like, hey, the price isn't really an issue. Like, we're here to deliver value, and that's what we want to get you to by targeting properly, anchoring your pricing, and talking to the outcomes and pain points. And of course, I do this because I'm trying to help you grow your business, but I'm trying to help you grow your business not just so you get rich, not so I get rich, but we're on a mission to help people, really. And I want to do that by having an endowment that we all contribute to, that I contribute my own money to, that hopefully as we help you grow, you contribute your money to. And we use that endowment to raise the standard of living across the world to middle class America so that everybody has more than enough food, shelter, water, and safety. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. And I need y'all's feedback to do it better. So if you could leave a comment, let me know what topic you want to hear about next that isn't about pricing, that would help you in your business. That'd be great. Looking forward to seeing y'all next time.